Hey folks, Hal Shirliff with Camp Constitution, and New Hampshire had 3 signers of the Declaration of Independence, none of which were actually native born. One of them is General William Whipple, Josiah Bartlett, and the third was Matthew Thornton. But we are here very close to the birthplace of General William Whipple. It's just a short distance, but it's a private residence, and there really wasn't any place to put a sign in front of it to do it justice. So I'm going to read this little plaque here to honor the one of the signers of the Declaration. Kittery native William Whipple was born in the house that still stands near the back gate of Portsmouth Naval Shipyard on a road that now bears his name, 88 Whipple Road. Most documents list his birth as 14th January 1730. Whipple was unique among his fellow signers, whereas other members of the Second Continental Congress were men of intellect, lawyers such as Thomas Jefferson, physicians such as Matthew Thornton, true geniuses such as Benjamin Franklin. Whipple tended to be more a man of action. Like many sons of Kittery, he went to the sea at a young age, and in the mid-1700s, this was not a life for the weak. Whipple was master of a vessel before at the age of 21 and earned enough of a fortune to leave the sea behind less than 9 years later. He settled across the Piscataqua River, I'm not pronouncing that right, I think, in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, where he became a successful merchant with his brother Joseph. There he emerged as a leader of the American Revolution and was elected to the Continental Congress in January 1776. Whipple also stands out as one of the signers who laid down his pen and took up the sword after putting his name to the famous document, backing its words with the strength of steel. He was commissioned a brigadier general of the New Hampshire militia and took part in several campaigns of the Revolutionary War. He is the only native Mainer to sign the Declaration of Independence. And it goes on, let's see. Whipple was the son of a local ship's captain and also named William, and the former Mary Cutt, daughter of a renowned Kittery shipbuilder. Cutt's Island and Cutt's Cove are both named for the clan, one of the town's most historic seafaring families. The younger William Whipple received a public education in Kittery before shipping out as cabin boy. He rose to become a sea captain himself, sailing the route that included Europe and the West Indies, and at least one occasion brought African slaves to the colonies. He served in the Continental Congress from 1776 to 1779 and championed a strong American Navy. His friends included naval hero John Paul Jones and future President John Adams. As a militia general, Whipple commanded one of the 2 New Hampshire brigades during the war and led his regiment into Vermont, New York, and Rhode Island, taking part in the great victory at Saratoga in 1777. He helped negotiate the terms of the British General John Burgoyne's surrender there and was given the honor of escorting Burgoyne to the Boston area, where the British commander was shipped back to England. Whipple was usually accompanied into battle by his slave, Prince Whipple. According to popular seacoast folklore, as they were preparing to depart for another military campaign, one day Whipple said, "Hurry up, Prince, we've got to go and fight for our freedom." The young slave reportedly replied, "But I have no freedom to fight for." It is said that Whipple looked him in the eye and announced, "From this moment on, you are a free man, Prince. Hurry up now and we will fight for our freedom together." Records suggest Prince was officially issued his manumission papers in 1781. Whipple, who had earlier owned a slave trading vessel with his brother, wrote to fellow signer Josiah Bartlett in 1779 that he hoped for the blessings of freedom to all the human race in America. And again, this is one of the 3 signers of the Declaration of Independence from New Hampshire. And here is the William Whipple home right here in Kittery, Maine, right next to the Portsmouth Shipyard. And here we are in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and we're across the street, Market Street, of the home of William Whipple. And it's a museum now. It's known as the Moffat Ladd House. And this horse chestnut tree that you see here is that when Whipple came back from Philadelphia after he signed the Declaration, he planted this tree. So it definitely looks like it's a pretty old tree. And here we are at the North Cemetery in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, where William Whipple is laid to rest. And here, this is a grave here. Let me just read the top of it. Here are deposited the remains of the Honorable William Whipple, who departed this life on the 28th day of November, 1785, in the 55th year of his life. He was of 10 elected and thrice attended the Continental Congress as delegate for the state of New Hampshire, particularly in that memorable year in which America declared itself independent of Great Britain. He was also, at the time of his decease, a judge of the Supreme Court of Justice. In him, a firm and ardent patriotism was united with universal benevolence and every social virtue.